All right, so you've all had a chance to, by the way, does that say that it's recording? Can anybody see the back of that camera? It should be giving a countdown. Yeah, all right. So you had a chance to ask your first questions, and one of the things that you want to do is sort of try and think of whatever theme it is that you want to pick up on for the audio and video thing that you're going to do. And so you don't all have to ask questions in this next round, but you can think of what you might want more information on and ask questions about that. And if there's any image that you want me to post because you want to talk about it, just let me know.
That's cute.
Yeah. Go ahead, Barry.
What pollinators are native to our Cedar Rapids area?
Off the top of my head, I can't remember how many native bees are native in Iowa or in our county, but we do have several different species. Honeybees are technically not native, but they're a very critical pollinator. They do most of our fruit and vegetable pollinating. But butterflies also count. So things like monarchs, swallowtails, all of our moths, native moths count as pollinators. If you've seen hummingbirds buzzing around, they also count as pollinators. I noticed just on campus, I was kind of just browsing around and found at least 10 native bee species on our campus currently, which was really exciting. They're in some very concentrated areas where we have more bee-friendly plants, like the coneflowers and lavender. For some reason, the bees love the lavender. So, does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing that's happened on campus besides the rain garden planting, on Arbor Day in April, there was a pretty massive tree planting. I wondered if, Rachel, you want to talk a little bit about one of the minor themes being changes that we can make in terms of how Mount Mercy just treats the property that it has in ways that are more sustainable.
Yeah, so on Arbor Day this last year, we planted 17 trees through the Iowa DNR Trees for Kids grant, which was great, so we didn't have to pay for the trees. I initially started with just 17 because I didn't know what the kind of turnout was going to be for student involvement. I was pleasantly surprised, and I had to stop people from planting trees because we were planting them too fast. So hopefully this coming spring, we'll be able to plant even more. So when it comes to tree planting, sometimes people just think it's a kind of a feel-good, fluffy type thing. You know, oh, we planted a tree. But trees actually have a huge impact on the landscape that they're in. So trees help absorb stormwater. So again, as we plant trees, we're helping our stormwater runoff issue. The 17 trees that we planted over the next 60 years will absorb enough water to fill 1.5 Olympic-sized swimming pools. But trees also have a huge air quality benefit. So not only are they absorbing carbon dioxide, which helps combat climate change, but they also absorb toxins that are extruded from our tailpipes of our cars. So they help absorb the fine particles that can lead to asthma and other breathing issues. They absorb toxic chemicals like nitric oxide. They can help reduce ozone. All of these are chemicals that are known to cause respiratory issues. So the more trees we have, the cleaner our air is going to be. And also, we can just admit that a campus with trees looks much prettier than a campus without trees.
That's true.
Yeah. And so trees have been known to just boost the overall mood of an environment, and so that's always great too. But one other benefit to having tree diversity, so not just, we did plant a lot of red buds, but not just having red buds and crab apples, but having trees like different oak species, maple species, hackberries, Kentucky coffee trees, all these different species that are native to our area, they go to support native wildlife. And so what the wildlife that I'm really thinking of when I think of trees is, you know, we've got our squirrels, yes, they're adorable, whatever, or annoying, whatever you think. But we can also start seeing an increase in our bird species. So as we increase our trees, we increase the attractiveness to different birds. Things like downy woodpeckers, tufted titmice, the cardinals, goldfinches, indigo buntings. All of these songbirds, many of which are in decline, we can help by planting native trees on our property.
How can students just like us get more involved in sustainability and eco-club?
So Eco Club, you can always come to meetings and join. Check them out on the MMU app. You can kind of follow the club on there, and you'll get notices about when we have meetings. So that's a great way to get involved if you want to just start kind of dipping your toes in it. Another key way is being eyes and ears, for one thing. So I can't be everywhere and I can't think about everything at once. So if any student has an idea of what they would like to see on campus, are you, like I had a student come to me with an idea of having a, like a restore. So say at the end of the semester, you don't want your lamp, or you don't want your desk chair, or you're tired of that coat or whatever, but it's still good. We could have our own little shop here where if international students coming in and they don't have a desk lamp, instead of having to go out and buy one, they could just get a used one. Not only is that helping the bottom line for our students, but it's also reducing waste, which is a great key aspect of that. So I'm always open to student ideas. If you have an idea of what you see on campus, I have 2 students that are interested in reducing the amount of birds killed on our windows. So that's a student-led initiative. We've all seen the dead birds. It's sad. So I'm very open to working with students on projects that they particularly are interested in. And then also just watch for my emails, sign up for events. They're always fun. Yeah.
So I know that last year you guys did a thing where like we could bring stuff to Betty Cherry to donate. Is that going to be a thing again this year, or is
that
restore going to like, I guess, the exchange for replacing?
I think until the restore gets up and going,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be doing that again. I'm always open to suggestions if people participated or not participated in something. Why did or didn't you? So I didn't get the turnout for that for the end of the semester donation that I was looking for. I had maybe 1 recycling cart full, which surprised me with the amount of stuff that I saw in the dumpster. And so if you have any ideas for how that could be better advertised, or maybe it just needs time to get going, I'm always open to that.
Okay, one more question, then we're going to take another pause.
So, how many rain gardens do we have on campus right now?
We currently have 2. The goal is to have 5. So the goal is to have 5 with the idea that each garden would be linked with one of the critical concerns. So the Sisters of Mercy named the first one, that is by the ward parking lot, the upper ward parking lot. They named that one after the concern of nonviolence. I will be taking polls from students, staff, and faculty to name the second one that's down at the bottom ward parking lot, and see what critical concern people would like that one to be associated with. And then we'll have 1 more here on the main campus, and then 2 of them I'm planning to be over at the grad center. So we want to start connecting the grad center with the main campus. I was hoping to maybe be able to put more here on campus, but as I started looking, there are a few specific things you need. You can't just put a rain garden anywhere. You have to have external eaves, and many of our buildings have internal ones, so I can't just drill a hole in the wall. That would be frowned upon. But you also need flat ground, and if you haven't noticed, there's not a lot of flat ground here on campus. Even if it looks flat, it has slope. So we're not able to put as many on campus as I would like.
Yeah, trust the people that dug the first rain garden. There's more slope than you think. All right, technical pause here, so we'll shut down the cameras again.